let go. Let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Well, I tell you what, let's remain standing, because today we're going to be celebrating the 4th of July, since technically next Sunday will be the 5th. So let's say our Pledge of Allegiance together right now, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Amen. And now we're going to sing God Bless America. God bless America, land that I love, stand beside her and guide her through the night with the lights up above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans wide before. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home sweet
Good morning. Are we on over there?
Good morning. Yes, I am.
You're on.
Okay, so welcome. Yeah, thank you for being here. And is there anybody here for the first time? Please don't be bashful. Stand up.
We're not gonna bring you
We're
up,
not
but
going to
I am.
embarrass you. Or,
Just
well,
want to
we
acknowledge you.
might.
You are welcome here. You are welcome here. You are welcome here.
All right, so we're so happy you're here for the first time. And please, after the service, go into the foyer. We have a little gift for you. And, you know, like I say, this ain't your mama's church. This isn't at least not my mama's church and my grandmother's and others. But anyway, we're happy you're here, and hope you feel that love in this room, because usually it's overflowing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
And so we like to tell you what we believe by reading our mission statement. So let's all read it together.
We are a dynamic, open, and positive faith community that accepts all religions. Our mission is to awaken you to your divine nature, empowering you to create the life of your dreams. We are changing lives one heart at a time. Oh, I love that.
I know, me too.
I know, it
Oh,
always makes me
gosh,
feel so
yeah.
good.
So we have just a couple of live announcements because we have some cool stuff coming up. First, y'all remember Levi Christ, right?
My God.
We are so blessed because he is going to be back in the Valley doing a concert here at the center. And before we tell you the details, let's run a little clip of his magic that he does so well.
As it passes the sun, like a stream that meets some boulder, halfway through the world, who can say you find for the better? I do believe I have been changed for the better.
That's just a taste.
That's he's
taste.
Broadway. He won a Tony, and he's been here before. He's
He's
amazing.
phenomenal. We are so blessed to have
so,
him.
So excited to
Yeah.
have him come
So
here.
the concert is Saturday, August 30th, 6 p.m. We have 2 levels of tickets. You can get a VIP ticket, which there's 3 levels. Well, if you show up, thank you. Okay. So there's 3 levels of tickets. First is VIP. We're going to have a little reception with Levi with some cocktails and some hors d'oeuvres, and that'll be, I believe, from 5 to probably 5:45. And then I don't know if we have, do we have better seats for the VIP? We probably do. So it's a whole big deal. So there's the VIP, and then there's general admission that you pre-buy before the night of the event. That is $45, I believe. And then if you come the night of the event, that's the 3rd level. I believe it's $50, something like that. Anyways, sign up quickly because we want to fill this room. Because Levi is a special friend of the center. He's actually a practitioner at our center. We put him on the list because he is a licensed practitioner. And also, just a hint, he'll be doing the service the next day too. So, we're really excited about that. So sign up.
It's going to be a treat that weekend.
You can sign up through You can sign up through the website. You can call us if you need assistance. But we just really are excited to bring him out here. And we have another announcement, Dr. Laura.
Oh, so I'm starting a new book study this week, The Great Awakening by Mike Dooley. And I just want to emphasize my book study so you understand. It's not like, okay, next week read chapters 5 through 7 or 8, and then we'll discuss it. No, the book studies take longer periods of time because we actually sit together and read the book and then stop and people share their ideas, their questions, their ahas, and so it's really good. This week, though, on The Great Awakening, we will be starting it, but we still have like 2 chapters to finish in our other book, which probably will take about 20 minutes. So just for your information, but please join us. We have a great group, great discussions, get to ask questions. It's fun.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So I think we just have our recorded announcements, and then we have something special to do.
Right. Okay.
Here are this week's announcements for Spiritual Center of the Desert. If you would like spiritual support for something you're going through in your life right now, please go to the Om Room after service and a practitioner will pray for you. Coming up this week at the center, on Tuesday at 11:30 a.m., Dr. Laura has her book study in Costa Hall. She's beginning a new book, The Great Awakening by Mike Dooley. Please take note that Healing Hearts is not meeting on Tuesday. On Wednesday at 3:30 p.m., the Caregiver Support Group meets in Costa Hall. This group is led by Dr. Dale. Also on Wednesday, it's our monthly drum circle with Reverend William. He begins at 6 p.m. Please bring your own drum or another instrument that goes with a drum circle. On Thursday at 9 a.m., join Dr. Dale in her virtual Sacred Circle. You can find the Zoom link on our website. And next Sunday, it's Bring a Friend Sunday. Also next Sunday, join Reverend David for his Sunday morning meditation beginning at 9 a.m. He'll be playing his sound bowls. Our July calendar is now available in the foyer. If you have any questions or you would like more information, please call us at 760-346-4649 or visit our website at pdspiritualcenter.org. Have a great week.
So you've been given plenty of warning that today's going to be a little bit different. We are installing our new practitioners and a minister who has actually been here for a bit, but we never officially installed him. I mean, we wanted to make that right. So shall we go ahead? First, I'd like to call up all the practitioners and ministers of our center to come behind us.
Please come forward.
Yeah.
This is our spiritual core, our practitioners and our ministers, and we just want you to know that you have been and continue to hold the light brightly for this center, so we want to thank you. Now, will Fira and Bud please come forward?
And their loved ones as well, who are going to be
Okay.
extolling them.
Okay, and their loved ones. Okay, so as they're coming forward, Dr. Dale and I want to acknowledge Fira and Bud's years of dedication to studying the principles of science of mind, especially these last 2 years. during the practitioner studies. Not only have they studied, they've passed the final practitioner test as well as being questioned by by Center for Spiritual Palm Springs ministers and practitioner to confirm they have the awareness and consciousness to be a practitioner.
And boy, were they wowed by you
Yes,
guys.
yes, they love them.
They did. There are certain ideals set forth to which practitioners strive to adhere. First, practitioners are charged to maintain a state of spiritual awareness by treating daily for expansion of their own consciousness in order to be mentally and spiritually prepared to meet any condition. Bud and Fira, do you dedicate yourself to this ideal? Good.
Okay, where am I? Thank you. Practitioners maintain a relationship of confidence, integrity, and trust with the clients, with all clients. This means no cases or demonstrations are ever discussed unless the client has given permission. So do you dedicate yourself to this ideal? I do. Okay, thank you. Sorry, hands are full.
You're fine. Okay. Practitioners recognize that there is only one healing power in the universe working in and through all healing professions, the principles of science of mind, and we do not offer legal, medical, or personal advice nor engage in psychological therapies as part of their practitioner work. Do you dedicate yourself to this ideal?
Okay. Practitioners serve as role models. The conduct, speech, and personal appearance of the practitioner needs at all times to reflect the dignity of the profession. So do you dedicate yourself to this ideal?
I didn't hear you, Bud. Did you say you do?
Yeah, I just want to make sure.
Practitioners are spiritual leaders in our community and dedicate themselves to the full support of the center, its ministers, its teachings, programs, and ministry. Perhaps what's of greatest importance is that practitioners recognize the inner authority of the Spirit that has called them to this holy work and are inwardly guided in all circumstances in order to outwardly demonstrate the presence of Spirit.
So on behalf of Spiritual Center of the Desert and the members of our congregation, we acknowledge you, Farah, and you, Bud, for committing your life to being a practitioner of Spiritual Center of the Desert and the Emerson Institute, and for being a practitioner for the entire world. At this time, Dr. Dale will present you with your stoles.
And we're going to, oops, okay. Oh, yeah, there's that. I guess that's not part of the practitioner code. You will not? There you go. So, I guess that's me.
That's it.
Dear congregation, let's stand to recognize and welcome our two newest practitioners, Farah Mostow and Bud Reimer.
Well, put them on them. Put it on her.
There you go.
There you go.
Beautiful.
All right. Thank you. All right. Thank you, practitioners.
And now we would like to call Reverend, I don't think my mic is handling life well right now.
Okay.
Reverend David, we would like to bring you forward to be officially installed as a minister at Spiritual Center of the Desert. Members of the congregation, it is our joyous privilege to officially recognize and install Reverend David Flint as a staff minister of Spiritual Center of the Desert. Being duly qualified for such responsibility by having completed the required accredited religious science instruction, Reverend David Flint has proven his understanding of religious science. His high spiritual consciousness and consistent use of principles have made him an invaluable asset to the center. His teaching classes, as well as his passion and talent in performing sound bowls, has endeared him to the hearts of many.
Right. And we decided this ceremony, it's better late than never, because he's been here for a while. The ministry is a profession in the highest sense. It is a calling, an inner prompting to serve God, self, and mankind. It is a challenge to live by spiritual principles. It is a dedication and a consecration to the truth of these principles with others, that their lives may be transformed.
We charge you, Reverend David, to remain steadfast and unwavering, to know the divine principle is the only power, to know that the presence of God will strengthen and sustain you, and to know that the one mind will inspire your loving, consecrated service. Reverend David, will you keep this charge to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Okay, I think it's time for... So will the members and friends of this center please stand? I charge you as members of the center to help, honor, support Reverend David Flint with your treatments, with your dedication, and with your love as he is officially a staff minister at our center. Will you keep this charge to the best of your ability to do so? We will. All right, thank you. All right.
It is our joyous privilege as the spiritual leaders to officially install you, Reverend David, as our newest staff minister, which is true, of Spiritual Center of the Desert.
So,
We now officially, this is your line.
Okay. Oh, I thought I already did that
No, you
one.
didn't say that.
Okay, dear congregation and friends, we officially present to you the center's newest staff minister, Reverend David Flint. All right. And so, David, if you have a few words you'd like to say, please go ahead.
Well, I actually...
Microphone.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. It was 2 years ago I became a reverend and here, and they generally, if you're a new reverend, they ask you what you would like to contribute here, and you kind of make it an official pledge to do it. And my idea, my dream was to bring more meditation here and to develop the sound bath, to create a meditational healing environment. And so for the last 2 years,
You've done a great job of that.
they've been kind enough to let me do it. And so we meditate with the bowls at 9 o'clock before each Sunday. We've been doing that now for 2 years. I think the sound bath now has developed into a pretty incredible transcendental experience. And we have our healing circle. So things are developing, things are moving, and I'm really proud to be a part of this spiritual family.
Thank you. We're
Thank
proud
you.
of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
You may be seated. Thank you.
Thank you for your participation. And thank you all, our dear practitioners and our newest practitioners. And anyway, thank you very much for doing this.
The mountain is high, the valley is low, and you're all confused about which way to go. So I flew in to give you a hand and lead you into the promised land. Come on and take a free ride. Come on and dip the by my side. Come on and take a free ride. All over the country, I'm seeing the same. Nobody's winning this type of game. We gotta do better, it's time to begin. Get all the answers must come from within. Come on and take a free ride. Come on and take it by my side. Come on and take a free ride.
This is a time in our service where it's time to just let go of anything that might be pressing you down or make you uncomfortable or things that you're worried about. Just feel that love that you are. Feel that divine energy. Take a deep breath in and just know where you are right now is the perfect time. And so just relax into this time and feel that energy.
In this very room, there's quite enough love for one like me. And in this very room, there's quite enough joy for one like me. And there's quite enough hope and quite enough power to chase away any gloom. For spirit, one spirit, is in this very room. In this very room, there's quite enough love for all of us. And in this very room, there's quite enough joy for all of us. And there's quite enough hope and quite enough power to chase away any gloom. Oh, Spirit, oh, Spirit, is in this very room. In this very room, there's quite enough love for all the world. And in this very room, there's quite enough joy for all the world. And there's quite enough hope and quite enough power to chase away any gloom. Oh, Spirit, oh, Spirit, is in this very room.
There is God, there is life, there is a divine spirit that rules this universe. And I am one with this divine energy that moves in, through, and around me at all times. God is the celebration of new beginnings. And today I know that this is the very first day of the rest of my life, and I plan on living it to the fullest. I have a clean slate, a fresh page, and a bucket list to fill with all my dreams and desires. I get to decide how to live my life. I get to decide how to spend my time. And I choose what new adventure I'm going to experience next. Today, is a day to be enjoyed and devoured. And in this new day, something wonderful is about to happen. I'm going to maybe learn a new lesson, or maybe make a new friend, or maybe just look at my world in a new way. Today, I know, is the very first day of the rest of my life, and I plan on living it to the fullest. And I give thanks for this wonderful day with love and kindness and endless opportunities. And with this, I release my word as law, knowing that this prayer has been answered. And together we say, and so it is.
In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release from a world full of chaos and noise. I awake to this holy silence. I hear all that has never been said, and right here in this holy silence I find God, I find myself. In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release from a world full of chaos and noise. I awake to this holy silence, and I hear all that has never been said, and right here in this holy silence I find God, I find myself. You find God, you find yourself, and we find God, we find ourselves. living on one planet, joining in one family. We are all one. One people, living on one planet, joining in one family. We are all one. One people, living on one planet, joining in one family. We are all one. One people, living on one planet, joining in one family. We are all one. One people, living on one planet, joining in one family. We are all one. One people, living on one planet, joining in one family. We are all one. We are all one. We are all one.
I'll be right back. I'm getting a drink. I apologize. My throat is very dry today. It's the desert. It's a dry, dry desert. I am not a stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, no one will love you as you are. But I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words want to cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me, look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me. Another round of bullets hits my skin. We'll fire away, 'cause today I won't let the shame sink in. We are bursting through the barricade and reaching for the sun. We are glorious. Yeah, that's what we've become. I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words want to cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me, look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. This is brave, this is bruised, this is who we're meant to be. This is me. Look out! Look out! Marching on, marching, marching on. This is me. This is me.
My God, that was so fabulous. Thank you. I didn't know what the song was going to be today. And I'm like, oh my God, she did my talk. Mimi did my prayer. I was like, I don't even need to get up here. But I love that this is me. So you need to know I'm the irreverent reverend, and I love it. And I'm snarky, so that's what you get. All right. Anyway, so the butterfly does not look back at the caterpillar in shame, just as you should not look back at your past in shame. Your past was part of your own transformation. So, you know, I guarantee, looking at our age, and even if you're really young, we've all had things in our past that may have been painful, really felt traumatic, but that's part of who you are. You get to choose. Who am I? So our talk title for this week that the three of us will be talking about is Free to Be Me. And we picked that title because we thought the 4th of July, but I didn't go there at all. So, but I love that, free to be me, and that's why that song, each one of us here is free to be yourselves. So, I want you to think this. Imagine that you're a fish in a fishbowl. Your universe, your reality is limited to the edges of the bowl you keep swimming into. What does being truly free mean to you? Not just externally, but internally. You know, if you see a fish, they don't realize that that's the limit of the universe. They think that's the world, and they go along just as content as can be. They're not banging at the glass saying, oh, this isn't what I want. They're just at peace, right? And so, you know, but your reality doesn't have to be limited to what you're going through, maybe. So life is a mirror, and will reflect back to the thinker what he thinks into it. So change your thoughts and change your life. If you're going through anything that you feel is limiting you, all you got to do is change your thoughts. Who are you? Who are you? You're that tiger. Or you could be the pussycat. Whatever lights your life. You came here to experience life. So one day you'll realize that it's all internal. No matter the chaos around you, there is peace within you. Take your damn power back and come home. Right? Right? We can't be living in that, oh, you know, the stories, oh, you don't know about my childhood. It was horrible. It was this, it was that. You know, I have to tell you this. Not that I didn't have challenges with my parents and growing up, but there was always something within me that knew, whatever, I know something good is coming. Don't worry. In my junior year in high school, we were trying out for cheerleader. We were doing cheerleader. The pep squad had already decided I was going to be in charge of the whole pep squad because I was friends with the dancers and friends with the cheerleaders. It was all excited. I lost by 5 votes. I didn't get it. We weren't counting on this freshman coming up to the senior. Anyway, so I didn't make it. But you know what? In that moment, I had people, you need to go for a recount. Does that sound familiar? And I said, no. I said, she won fair, you know. I said, I'm not doing that. And I wasn't devastated. I wasn't sad. And I just knew that this is what was meant to be. And at that time, I was going to quit my job. I was working in the snack bar at Ralph's. And I was going to quit because I was going to be really busy if I was going to be in charge of the whole pep squad. Well, so I didn't quit because I didn't get the cheerleader spot. But anyway, just about a month or so later, my dad got laid off from his job. And financially, it was rough, but I was working. And I felt so grateful that that's why I didn't get it, because I needed to help my family. And, and even jobs that I'd done in my life, if I didn't like it or whatever, I just said, I'm leaving this because something better is there. And that's how we need to live our life. So healing doesn't mean the damage never existed. It means the damage no longer controls your life. So what pains maybe are you carrying around that let it go? You are this amazing person in spite of it or because of it. Own that. So if you want something new, you have to stop doing something old. Okay? So that'd be a nice old thing to be doing, I think. But that's it. If you want to change your life, you can't just sit around all the time, oh, poor me, look at this is bad, this is bad. Why do you come here? You come here because of what our mission statement says. You have a power within you to be free, to live the life you want. Call it in. Don't keep it away by focusing on the bad things. You don't do a prayer going, oh, I hope this happens. No, you feel it, you know that it's coming to you. So remember, you have the power within your heart and mind to manifest all you desire. Believe it every moment and claim it. Okay? That's why I always am wearing a heart sometime, because that's what our changing lives one heart at a time. Because we see that power, we know that power you have, which is in your heart, to manifest. Feel it, whatever it is you want. Note every day. I loved your prayer, Mimi, because every day, every moment is a gift. Every moment is the next day of your life. How are you living it? So stop using your energy to worry. Use your energy to believe. Create, love, grow, glow, manifest, and heal. Just keep that power. No, there are no victims. There are no victims. Even people that may have hurt you or situations, that was then. This has pushed you to show you what you really want, that what you don't want and what you do want. So we have within us a power that's greater than anything we shall ever contact in the outer. That's why we go within, because we know that's where the power is. That's why we have these fabulous practitioners and ministers that do these prayers, because we know that that's where the power is. It's not out there, But in Dr. Dale's class, we're using how our mind works, too. So in the quantum field, every possibility exists. In the spiritual field, every miracle waits for belief. I love that. You get the thought of what it is you want from the quantum, all those things, come together, and then you know and you believe and you go for it. And one day, I love this because Ernest Holmes said this years ago, one day science and spirituality will walk hand in hand. And so what we're knowing now is that's true. We're knowing the power of our energy, our mind, and it's showing us that. And so spirituality and science are working one in one. So it's time to let certain things end so better opportunities can begin. I loved what you said, Mimi, about today's a clean page. Today is a new beginning. Let it go, let it go, let it go. So remember this. The mind is so powerful. What we believe is what we manifest in our lives. So believe that you are valuable, worthy, strong, loved, joyful, and brave. That's where your power is. And you each have that. You each, don't say, oh, I want that, I hope that. No, feel it. I know it's mine. I know it's mine. So, I am free to be me because I'm already enough. And so ends your lesson. Reverend William. Thank you.
And now she passes the baton. It really is amazing. Every week I come here and I probably say the same thing, how amazing this philosophy is, because Spirit always proves itself every single week, that the process is all the same. So what she talked about is part of what my talk is. And being that we're celebrating the 4th of July a little bit early, I put up our flag here. And for a little bit of history, I love history and I love all this sort of stuff. But the stripes, they represent, for those of you who don't know or may have forgotten, that represents the 13 original colonies that this country had before it was a country. And it was only because of an idea that something outside of what these colonies that were all separate, that there was a unification because of an idea outside of these colonies was trying to create. And so they band together with one common ideal, that this country, this land, is one nation, separate from anything and everything else. And so a little over 250 years ago, I am so very thankful, because that right there is Spirit in action. And I'm going to show you right here. Ernest Holmes, The Science of Mind textbook, page 275, paragraph 2. This is what it says. Suppose I am confronted with a problem and do not know the answer to it. Every known fact is against the working out of this problem. I say, I wish to treat for the situation. I wish to handle it scientifically from the standpoint of spiritual science. Science and spirituality coming together. 250 years ago, that kind of works around how this nation got started. But it's how do we handle our own situation? Again, going from macro to micro, going from a country standpoint to my individual problems, my thoughts, my feelings, what's going on in my life, what ditch may I be in? That may be something that you can resonate with and understand. I wish to treat for the situation. I wish to handle it scientifically from the standpoint of spiritual science. That is what we teach here, is how to handle our own problems. We don't need to look outside of ourselves for the answer, because the answer is a divine gift that we all have. My treatment, then, must not consider the facts. We talk about facts. The facts are relative. They're just what's happening around. But the fact is, the facts are relative. The treatment must be absolute. Capital A, meaning God, Spirit, the universe. The answer is there, even though, like Dr. Laura was saying, she may not know the answer. She needs to change away from what she has come from and know that there's something greater. That is what we do here. That is what these practitioners, that's the ceremony that we had up here, to show and prove that this formula, this science of mind, this science of spirituality works and can work for each and every one of us. And that's what we do here on Sundays. And that's why I love coming here. I wish to get over in the mind as complete acceptance, not the old facts, but new one. In such degree as this treatment partakes the nature of reality, is it going to have power? I have to believe that Spirit already has the answer. I may not. You may not. But Spirit, the answer is there. Quantum physics. the thought or the intangible is already in existence. It comes into reality, and that's what quantum is talking about. That is what the prayer is. It's taking your idea from the quantum field into this physical realm that we can see. 3 dimensions, height, width, and depth. Maybe even the 4th, feeling. Maybe that's the 4th dimension, is the feeling. Wow, there you go, there's talk. This is the limitation of treatment, not the limitation of principle, but in performance. The answer to my prayer, or the unanswered portion of my prayer, isn't because God isn't capable or the universe isn't capable. It's because my understanding of my own divinity, of your own divinity, you don't recognize who and what you are. Again, Sunday service, we teach that. We show you how to be your own practitioner, to be your own reverend. We are all reverends to one another. This is one family. We may be individualized. We may be a separate country, but all countries are one. And that's where we're heading. The thing itself, of course, is not limited. As we have proven that principle is not bound by precedent, we go into that realm which says, "Behold, I make all things new," not carrying with us the limited belief of the reason why it can't be. Sometimes when we pray, we bring doubt, or we really don't believe what we're talking about. Sometimes that's when we have to step back and pray for the clarity, pray for the peace that, yes, I don't know everything. And the beautiful thing is, I don't have to. But when I pray and I open myself up to that divine nature and know that the universe is all-knowing, omnipotent, omnipresent, the answer is there. I just have to open myself up to that possibility that there's more facts out there than I actually know. Any denial we make in treatment is simply to conduct us to a place of greater affirmation. That is the last sentence of this paragraph. Now, we do a five-step treatment, or how to pray. We generally don't bring in the negativity of a situation. But I'd like to say this. Sometimes we need to see the contrast of our life. And by recognizing the lack that I may have, gives me that dynamic range of possibilities that know that I'm on this part of the electrical cable of life, that I'm connected here, but I know that there's something greater over here. And by recognizing where that past is or that limitation is, but knowing that the possibilities are endless, I don't have to know everything. I just know that with this contrast and this understanding and this openness and this receptivity to something greater, everything is available at all times. So let's just celebrate the birth of this nation 250 some odd years ago. But know that it's the birth of each and every one of us, like Mimi was saying. It's all here. It's a clean slate right here and right now. It's your life. It's your connection to Spirit. So buckle up, Buttercup, and enjoy the ride.
Oh, we haven't heard that, buckle up. Oh, it's so good to see all of you. Woo. All right, so Free to Be Me, Part 3. And thank you for staying a little late. Our ceremony made us go a little later, but it's worth it. You'll be glad you did. So I'm really into words, and I thought on this talk title of Free to Be Me, I had to understand what does free mean anyways. So I went to the dictionary, and it says exempt from external authority, interference, restriction, etc. As a person of one's will, thought, choice, action, etc. Independent, unrestricted. How do you like that? What does it sound? Does that sound like a way to live? Yeah, I love the word free. And so it got me into that kind of energy of unrestricted, nobody telling me what to do, totally being able to be who I am without any interference at all. And I know for myself, as many of you out there as well, you online as well, we've had our stories where we were restricted and had to become free. Whether it was a physical restriction or an emotional restriction or a psychological, we all have stories. So I'm going to tell you one of my many stories today about that. When I grew up, I was in Los Angeles in the 70s, and there was so much diversity, so much of it. I mean, I loved it. People of varying cultures and races, everything under the sun. I ate it up. I just thought it was so cool to see so many people where I lived coming from so many different nationalities and ways of seeing life. And what was also cool in the 70s is there was no shortage of people expressing their divine, unique self, right? There was so much of that. Everybody was being who they wanted to be, and we just accepted it all. It was so very, very cool. Well, many of you know when I was in Los Angeles, I was educated through the faith of Judaism, and I went to Hebrew school. And we learned all about the different things that Jews have been through in history. And one word that I was taught was assimilation, and how important it was for Jewish people to assimilate, because in many places we were not welcome, we were not accepted, and we thought we need to assimilate so people don't recognize who we are. So here I am in LA, an excited young girl, able to be whoever she wanted to be because I lived in LA and everybody was being whoever they wanted to be. And then I sat in Hebrew school and I learned about the importance of assimilation, because you never know if you're going to be somewhere where you are not liked or accepted, so you better learn about assimilation. So when I left Los Angeles, I was about 20. I moved to Santa Barbara. Yeah, real difficult place to live, but there was not a lot of diversity there, and there weren't a lot of Jewish people. In LA, the Jewish community is huge there, but not in Santa Barbara. And that seed that was planted in my mind in LA started to sprout up. And I felt a little afraid of being who I was. And I thought, I can't let people know I'm Jewish because I don't know if it's safe here. And that was just where I was at that time in my life. And so I felt like I needed to assimilate. And I put myself in a place of restriction. I mean, I could be who I was in other ways, but that one I thought, that'll put me in harm's way. And I know that there are a lot of people maybe in this room or people in our world that feel that way, that it is just, you can't be who you are because you could be in danger. And I don't know what the solution is to that beyond what my two colleagues just talked about, our spiritual realization of who we are. That is how we really get into who we are and giving ourselves the power to be who we are, free to be who we are. Emerson says he taught that true freedom comes from within, from courage to be oneself and to think for oneself, rather than conforming to social expectations or external pressures. Now, a lot of us, we live in a world, we live in this place where there's lots of people, and Emerson tells us, don't be you, don't restrict yourself by what's showing up on the outside, because there is so much good inside of you. There is so much that is untapped that we never even see because we're so busy being influenced by the outside world that's telling us you can't, you're not good enough, who do you think you are? Those messages that aren't the truth and keep us from being free to be who we are, which is pretty magnificent. Camus, who was a French philosopher in the mid-20th century, he said, Camus believed that the true freedom could only be achieved by embracing the absurdity of the world and creating one's own sense of meaning, which I think we need to look at the absurdity of this world a little bit more. We need to lighten up. There is so much heaviness right now because a lot of us are just feeling like there are things going on, there's so much change, there's so much disruption. This world doesn't look like it's ever looked before. Yeah, it doesn't. And what do we teach you here? Everything always changes, but
We have the capacity inside of ourselves to move through those changes. We've got it. Sometimes we think we don't, but I'm telling you, you do. So let's start looking at that world with absurdity. Look at the absurdity. I mean, God, there's so much crazy. Start lightening up. Stop being afraid of it so much. Because the more we stand in that courage and that confidence of who we really are as these spiritual beings, and start doing and living from a place of meaning for us, really start standing that's a freedom. When you are able to live and see life on your own terms, you're free. You are free, and nobody can take that away from you, ever. In order to free ourselves, we must stop using the outer world and past experiences, etc., to define our worth, our self-worth. We can get really caught up in that, comparing ourselves to what other people are doing, and seeing ourselves as not enough, not like them, not like those who are successful. We define success ourselves. It's an inside job. And I found this quote. God, I don't know where I found this, but I love it. I no longer need external validation. My worth is not up for debate. Y'all want to start adopting that, right? Not up for debate. I don't care. I don't care. Because we should just care about our power and our energy and our love. We should care about knowing who that is, what it is, and what wants to express by means of us. Because we all have something different going on that wants to come out to play. Let's honor that and free it. We got to free our mind. At the end of the day, we got to free our mind. That's where the issue is. In our mind. Bob Marley says, emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. We teach that it is our responsibility to change ourselves. Nobody can do it for us. We can learn a lot of great stuff, a lot of great tools. But until we pick up those tools and utilize them and free our minds from all this old thinking, from all these old mental constrictions that we're holding on to that just block our energy, if we don't free it, nobody else is. So we have got to free our minds. And what I love about this place is we are all freeing our minds together. And how cool is that? I like a room full of free minds, right? Free it up. We got to stop telling the stories. This is a theme, I don't know if you've noticed, with the three of us. We got to stop telling the stories of powerlessness and develop our spiritual identity. I know a lot of people who are coming here maybe for the first time or aren't really sure about this thing called spirituality. I'm telling you, the solution to all our problems is understanding who we are spiritually and getting that developed. Develop your spiritual identity. Look within yourself. Stop looking at problems. Stop looking at what your parents told you were or your friends, and start finding this space inside of yourself that is so rich and so vibrant. It is beyond words. It is beyond time. It is who we are at the essence. And we can teach you here, what happened? We can teach you here how to find that. We teach you in meditation. We teach you in classes. We teach you in all the events we have. We teach you at the drum circle. We teach you how to turn away from all these ways you've been defining yourself and find the energy of you. And you do that when you shut out the noise. You do that when you find your heart. You do that when you engage in this energy that you are. And I know it might take practice. This might not make sense to you. But when you have a moment when you're sitting in a meditation and something starts to awaken, or you're at a sound bath or a drum circle, and something comes to life that you haven't felt either ever or for a very long time, that is your spirit talking to you. That is your spirit saying, I am right here. Bring me out. Bring me up. Let me express by means of you. That is what I'm talking about. Ernest says, you are an eternal being now on the pathway of endless unfoldment, never less, but always more yourself. Life is not static. It is forever dynamic, forever creating, not something done and finished, but something alive, awake, and aware. To me, this is one of the best ways that Ernest can say who we are as beings on this planet, as life eternal. This is it. This is something just to let rest in your soul and let it bring that part of you to life that you may have been ignoring that is your power. Charles Fillmore said first, this is his way of getting to that place, first, We disentangle our thoughts from the flesh and lift them up to spirit, right? Stop being so attached to the material. I love the material world just as y'all do. But there's another world I like to go to that is beyond that, that's transcendent. And that's a place to lift into. We got to practice lifting into the spirit. We hold them steady in spiritual consciousness, those thoughts, that energy. Bring it high. Hold it in the spiritual consciousness until you begin to get hold of spirit essence, spirit power, and spirit love. I love that, and it's really feeling. You know, I can tell you this, the words come out, but this, what he's describing, is a feeling. And when I was writing my talk and reading my quotes, I was thinking, you know, as I was saying, I love words, but all of these words, free, power, spirit, love, they all, to me, mean the same thing. It's the same energy. It's that heart energy that loves to be free. And to me, that's where all roads, all these words are bringing us to. To free ourselves is to live in spirit. To free ourselves is to live in love. To free ourselves is to live in that essence of being that we are, uniquely expressing all of us individually. Kahlil Gibran says, God has given you a spirit with wings on which to soar into the spacious firmament of love and freedom. We all have the wings. Is it not pitiful then that you cut your wings with your own hands and suffer your soul to crawl like an insect upon the earth? I think that's artificial. We are not insects crawling along the earth. We are eagles. We have wings. But we are the ones, through the wrong thinking that we do, through that limited thinking, for misidentifying ourselves with just being human, when we are so much bigger than that. We are eagles that are here to fly. Our spirit is here to soar. That is freedom. Freedom means the opportunity to be what we never thought we would be. I am here as a demonstration of being somebody I never thought I would be this. Never a dream, never an idea, whatever. But being free, being really free to the calling of the heart, being free to something you've never thought of before, but boy, it's coming into your awareness, that's freedom. You're giving your space freedom to let something bigger come forward. When we break free of those chains of limited thinking that are just in the mind, they're not anywhere else, they're in the mind. When we break free of that, boy, look what can happen. We can be something or someone we never thought we could, because we trust in the power of spirit that we are, and we let it flow. Deep inside all of us, a huge potential beckons, waiting to open us up to the joy, genius, freedom, and love within. This is my last quote, because I wanted to leave you with this thought, that there is a genius, there is a freedom, there is an energy of you that is urging you, that is beckoning you to open up to it, to stop getting concerned with the outside world. Be concerned with the inside world that wants to live, that wants to play, that wants to express, that wants to enjoy this life experience. That is freedom. Thank you.
Well, there we go. 3 for the price of 1. Such a sale. Anyway, please prepare your offering. And please, come on up, those who are doing the offertory. I want to start off by saying thank you. Thank you for everyone in this room for your continued support. And for those of you online, in the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see that QR code. And if you're watching a past service, that QR code is still valid. So please donate and support this philosophy, this ideal, this center. Because what you put into this universe, what you put into this center, we give back each and every week, and then some. So please support this center with whatever you can. And let us say this offertory together. I offer this gift with joy and gratitude. I receive freely and give freely, knowing the law of circulation is working perfectly in my life and the life of this center.
this wonderful, this wonderful, this wonderful place.
I want to say thank you.
Thank you,
Oh, thank you.
oh, thank you.
I'm so grateful.
I'm so grateful.
I'm so, so grateful.
I'm so, so grateful.
I want to say thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your generous support of this center. And now let us bless this offertory right now together. We bless this collective offering and receive it with gratitude, knowing it is spirit in action. As this currency flows through our center and beyond, it blesses many lives, including my own. Excellent. Thank you so very much. So that pretty much calls our this service for a close. Now, those of you who need prayer work, over in Casa Hall is where we have practitioners who will do 1-minute miracles for you. If that's a problem that you're going through, please go see them. But more importantly, what we teach here is leading an expectant life. So if there's something you want to obtain or want to bring into your life, prayer works there wonderfully. So again, see those over there, the practitioners, and pray in that new beginning, that new clean slate. That is what we're here to do. So now with that, let's just take a nice deep breath in, and let's just relax. And just know that right now is all that matters. What happened yesterday, what happened an hour and a half ago does not matter. Just know that right now, that feeling of love, acceptance, that feeling of possibilities is real. And Spirit is manifesting it right now as we believe. So let us go forth this day in love, with love, to express love to all around us. And through our love, we are changing lives one heart at a time. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful, blessed day.
So it is.